Hey, welcome everyone. This is Mike from zozostockwatch.com, and this is going to be your stock watch list and market talk for Tuesday, the 29th of January. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of the markets today. Stocks were lower to start out this busy week. We had Caterpillar came out with an earnings miss. Nvidia selected today to come out to lower their guidance. The Dow Jones was down 210 points. The S&P 500 down 21. The Nasdaq down about 79 points on the day. The Dow was down almost around 400 points at one point. We did bounce. Considering the news that came out today with Caterpillar and Nvidia, the markets didn't fare too bad, actually. Nice, the dip buyers showed up. We'll get more into that when I show you the SPY. I just wanted to show you the SMH real fast here. So with NVIDIA warning, we got this gap down here, but notice the dip buyers showed up at this $93 area on the SMH. All right, and for the rest of the day, we just kind of churned throughout the day. Here's the chart of NVIDIA. That stock, as you can see, when they came out with their news in the pre-market, they sold that stock down. But came to the rescue, coming to the rescue, I should say, was XLNX. And look at the dip buyers show up here in this in the pre-market here on XLNX, and at the open, they just ripped this thing right back up. This one had earnings last week, so they came in and bought that dip in that one. And then the other one that had earnings last week was LRCX, Lam Research. Same thing on this intraday chart, 5-minute chart. So they sold it off on the NVIDIA news when that came out in the pre-market, but the dip buyers were right there at around that 159 area to push us back up. Now, NVIDIA came out with a an earnings warning, and then Intel came out with earnings on Thursday night on Intel, but yet the semis conductors are holding up, and so we are getting some new leadership in the semi space, XLNX, LRCX. So definitely keep those two on watch. They do recover nicely with dips. Let's go ahead and take a look at the SPY real fast. So, like I said, a lot of churning today. And let me remove these lines for you for 1 second so you can kind of see where we are. So we held above the 50 SMA here and that 260 area. We couldn't get higher than around, let's see, the highs today on the SPY, about 264. So a tight range there, but still below the 5 EMA, the yellow dotted line you see here, but holding above the 10 SMA and holding above the 50 SMA. I'll show you the action on the intraday chart, the 5-minute intraday chart for today. So this morning, right, they gap us down this morning. They sold us off at the open. We came in and we got as low as this 261.75 spot. That was the bouncing point. They took us up to about 264. Right now in the after hours, we're kind of leaning towards the downside again on the SPY. Not too much though. Here was your action in Caterpillar today as they jammed this one down. Really not much of a bounce in Caterpillar. So that was the most of the damage in the Dow today. They had an earnings miss for Caterpillar. They sold it right when the earnings came out. They missed by about 44 cents, I believe it was. And that stock sold off to about the lows of about 123 and then a slight bounce in Caterpillar for today. So what did we trade in the room today? Well, we got a couple of trades in BIOC. One was in the pre-market. We took it over $2.15, and the stock climbed up to $2.45 in the pre-market. Then we traded it again later in the session over $2.25, and the stock once again popped up to almost $2.50. So BIOC had relative strength, and then it kind of just faded off for the rest of the day. Caterpillar, we talked about it in our pre-market prep, how the weekly 128 was the 10 SMA, and it broke down through that 128. You see my line here. That's from the weekly, the 10 SMA. It broke down through that 128, and the stock sold off. Some other stocks we were watching and trading actually was Tesla. We took a short of Tesla on the break of 290.75, and that stock moved down nicely for us. We did get a trade in AVCO, moved up about 40 cents from our 705 entry. There was our other entry on BIOC over the 225 spot. The stock popped up to about 250, so a nice move there. So we were off to a good start. We were watching Microsoft. We never got a trigger. AWSM was another one that had relative strength. We played AWSM over 305. And that stock popped up to about $3.40. So we took this break right here over the $3 mark, and the stock popped up to about 340, 335, moving up in after hours at the moment on AWSM. Had relative strength today. There was another name that we traded later in the session. It was TRVN, I believe. Let me check that one. Yeah, TRVM, watching that one over $1 on TRVN. So TRVN, we put in a possible $1 break on this name, TRVN, and the stock moved up to about $1.20 on that break of $1. So right in this area right here, and the stock moved up to about $1.20. So a very nice day for us for a Monday. I'm real happy. We did some shorts, did some longs, so a good day at Zozo StockWatch. Let's go ahead and get into some of the news courtesy of the Trade Exchange. We did have some earnings come out after the bell tonight. AKS and Whirlpool were some of the major names that reported earnings. Whirlpool taking a hit. Earnings per share beat by 50 cents. But they had a revenue miss for Whirlpool, and also they lowered their 2019 earnings per share guidance. So lowering guidance for WHR, that stock feeling the effects of that in the after hours. Some other stocks that had earnings after hours, AKS, earnings per share beat by 4 cents, revenue miss. This is a steel name, AKS. So they did move this one up, AKS, and it's holding this 286 level. Got as high about the $3 in the after hours. Let's see if U.S. Steel, yeah, U.S. Steel, letter X, also ticking up. Now, U.S. Steel has their earnings coming up on the 30th of January. So in a couple of days, U.S. Steel will be reporting. Pelosi and Trump still going at it. Let's see. PCG is said to still plan bankruptcy despite investor proposal. So PCG, the stock very volatile in the session today, hanging under that $12 area currently in the after hours. China plans to offer a big increase in U.S. farm and energy purchases. That news coming from the Wall Street Journal. And that's about it. That's some of the news courtesy of the Trade Exchange. If you missed the video for last night, from last night on Sunday night where I go, that's my Let's Get Ready for the Week Ahead. We went through the earnings and everything, so I'll attach that video at the end of this video if you want to take a look at that. So anyway, Caterpillar came out. We had AKS, Whirlpool coming out. Tomorrow we have Verizon before the bell, Pfizer, 3M, Nucor, another steel company there, Biogen, Harley Davidson, HOG symbol there, AMD coming out after the bell Tuesday, eBay coming out. The big name here is Apple coming out after the bell for tomorrow, for Tuesday, eBay, Amgen, and as you can see, a lot of earnings coming out for the week ahead. You got Alibaba, Boeing, AT&T, McDonald's, Facebook, Tesla, PayPal, Visa, Qualcomm, US Steel, Cree, Amazon reporting Thursday after the bell, ExxonMobil, Chevron, Merck, Honeywell, reporting on Friday before the open. So some of the earnings coming out this week. Don't forget, we do get for tomorrow the FOMC meeting begins Tuesday. We get the announcement on Wednesday at 2 o'clock, and then Jerome Powell will be speaking at 2:30 on Wednesday the 30th, all leading up to the jobs number on Friday at 8:30. Like I said, a lot of earnings coming out this week, and also now for economic information for tomorrow. We have consumer confidence at 10 o'clock, API crude oil data coming out. We get the GDP coming out at 8:30 on Wednesday, so that's another big number to watch. But FOMC meeting announcement on Wednesday at 2 o'clock, and then the presser at 2:30 for Wednesday. All right, let's go ahead and get into that watch list. So some stocks I'll have on watch for tomorrow. ACB is setting up nicely here on the daily chart. 27 million shares came into this name. It has that $7.10 area in the way at the moment, 7.15. So keep an eye on that one. Cannabis stocks have been very strong recently. AEZS holding up very well, back above the 10 SMA here. Has that $4 area up ahead. Volume was a little bit light today, but keep this one on watch. The chart is setting up nicely. AKS had earnings after the bell tonight, so I'll be watching this one. We got up to about 295, so we're back above that 50 SMA, so keep that one on watch. Also keep US Steel, may get some pin action from AKS. Another name we'll have on watch is AMID, ticking up a little bit in the after hours. This is an oil and gas name, moving up in the after hours, so I'll have it on watch tomorrow. Not in love with it though. Amrin, watching Amrin back over this $17 area for Amrin. Keep an eye on that one. It did bounce off the 20 SMA here. The RSI, relative strength indicator on the daily chart, is holding above the 50 spot, but kind of turned down now. So we'll have it on watch, Amrin, for the next few days. APHA, another cannabis name. You might want to watch this one over $7.60. APHA. AWSM, like I said, moving up in the after hours, had relative strength. We got some nice trade. We got a nice trade in this one today, so we'll have it back on watch tomorrow. CDNS has been holding up okay. CDNS, it's in that software application sector, along with Zscaler holding up very well too. So CDNS will be on watch. 1.1 million shares. Looks to me like it's trying to get up over this 47 area on CDNS. Keep it on your radar. CRMD, a small name, but holding the 20 SMA, trying to get back above the 10 SMA, 1.3 million shares. Not in love with this one, but if you can get up over this 185 area, you might get a nice move in CRMD. DT with the cannabis stocks moving up. DT had a nice close here on this name, so keep an eye on that one. Intraday tomorrow. FTFT might be a nice cybersecurity play. I saw cyber moving up today. CYBR, a big move there. FireEye, another name in that space. Palo Alto Networks has been moving higher, so FTNT might want to make a move. Looks like it needs to get up over 74, so we'll have an eye on it. LEVB, another cannabis stock, starting to get up over this 450 level today. Not a lot of volume in it, but volume can always come in. About 184,000 shares on LEVB. Keep your eye on it. A stock that has a nice daily chart here is LNG. This one kind of coming out of this consolidation, trying to anyway, maybe over this 65-50 area. I saw another small name running up, similar industry, TEL, with a big pop and big volume coming in. So keep an eye on LNG. Maybe it wants to make a continuation move. MU actually held up pretty well here. Keeps battling against this 100 SMA on MU. The high was 38.96. The 100 SMA on this name is 38.72. So maybe if we can take out that 39 area, it might get going. It had a recent high of 39.31. So watch it around the highs today. The high today was 38.96. So we'll call it 39.25, an area to watch on Micron. Technologies, MU. NBEV holding up very nicely here. NBEV was perking up a little bit in the after hours. It has this 720 area up ahead on NBEV. NEWR, another one of these software application stock, software infrastructure. Volume about 500,000 shares. Looks like it needs to get up over that 98 area. It's had a nice run though, so it seems a little stretched to me, but keep it on watch. Let's see, Roku trying to get up over this $44 area. Roku looks interesting. TEUM had a nice strong day today, 2.7 million shares. Now we've had a nice run, so it's a little overextended. May need a little bit of a pullback in TEUM. TLRY looks like it needs to get up over 82, 82.50 for Tilray. It's actually trading up at 81.84 in the after hours, so that one moving up a bit in the after hours. Keep an eye on that one tomorrow. TRVN, like I said, we got nice trade on the break of $1 today. Pushed up, big volume came into this. We'll see if it sets up for tomorrow. Twitter actually holding up okay. Citron giving their blessings on Twitter, so keep an eye on Twitter. Still below this 200 SMA. Earnings for Twitter come out on the 7th of February. Maybe there's an earnings run in this one yet, so keeping my eye on Twitter. Let's see, U.S. Steel we talked about coming up to the 50 SMA and that $22 area. Keep your eye on it. YGYI, a cannabis name, had a big move up into the close tonight. Also ticking up in the after hours here late in the session. So keep your eye on this one. YGYI could make a move tomorrow. All right, that's it. Oh, actually one more. Very is another name curling back up here. Volume just under 1 million shares. VERI turning the corner. You might want to keep an eye on that one. All right, this is Mike from zozostockwatch.com. This is your stock watch list for January 29th and your market talk. Have a great day trading tomorrow. Please subscribe to the channel if you're new to the channel. Hit the thumbs up. We greatly appreciate it. Support the channel. Retweet these videos, and we want to build this channel up. Have a great night. Good day trading tomorrow. This is Mike at zozostockwatch.com. If you're interested in my service and want to come try it out, we do have a trial for $30 for 30 days, or you could try our swing trade service for $20 for 30 days for the swing trade service. All right, this is Mike from zozostockwatch.com. Have a great night.